I'm getting ready to do a blade swap, so what I'm going to do is put that new blade I just put in the Air King, the one with the three blades, into the B20 200 with the startup sound capacitor. And let's see how that blade does because it only has three blades on there, not the five blades. It's the exact same thickness and heaviness, but the weight of it shouldn't be all that strong like it would be if it had all five blades. It only has three, which will explain the reason why it spins up a little bit faster than it does with the other blade on there with the five blades. So let's do a blade swap and let's see what happens. Now the other blade that's in here, I'm not going to put that in the Air King. I'm just going to take that out and lay it aside. Because basically what I want to do is not really swapping blades, but what I want to do is just swap it, take the blade out of the Air King and basically put it on the B20's 200 motor and see how it works out. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing. So here we go. This video is going to be unedited. I'm not going to edit.
In your area. Stay tuned to the Weather Channel for the most up-to-date information.
On the Trans-Canada Highway.
Like they may be pulling that truck out of the ditch there.
Columbia's two heavies are lined up.
We're gonna have one pull from inside.
To take on a trailer loaded with exotic cars.
I'm concerned about the cargo. If any of the rigging failed, could be catastrophic.
Last night, the transport nosedived off the highway. Now John's team
For our next trip,
is 3 hours into the job.
pull the part that's stuck. Yeah, not the part that's not stuck. We're gonna put this strap around the nose of the trailer, and we're gonna pull on the nose.
With 2 lines from the heavies to the back of the trailer. And a strap to cradle the front. They'll try to coax the flimsy unit up the steep slope.
You always want to pull in at least 2 different spots, not one spot, because you'll just tear that thing apart.
Jumping to the rig up.
Where's that mountain goat Max? He's down the hill.
Is John's 18-year-old nephew, Max.
Having Max on a recovery job like this, he's so physically fit and very keen. Here, Max, I'm gonna hand it off to you right here.
With John's older brother, Jerry, helping.
My son, if you can point him in the direction, he does a good job. And left.
John stays topside.
You wanna get down there, Uncle John?
I'd rather me running up and down the hills than my Uncle John running up and down the hills.
With the rigging set, the 2 brothers
Ready? Yep.
load up for the fight.
Pull! Brother Jerry and I, we've been yelling at each other all our lives. Just watch, right? Seems to work well.
I'm careful and observant. Because we want to be right in sync.
But moments later,
Hold it! Go! Hold it! Starting to crush in the front of the trailer. Now what? Now what? Reevaluate. Bring the chain around, okay? We're changing the message. 2 chains? Okay. We're gonna go to chains.
with with the strap T-rig
Underneath on the fifth wheel plate.
and new iron in place.
So yeah, Max, looks like this is gonna work. Nice, Dad. Yeah.
The Columbia team
Wind her up a bit.
tries again.
The bank is more than 45-degree angle, but both wreckers, they're very powerful.
Butts up lane.
Holy, what goes on? Oh!
John's most powerful wrecker.
We've blown a hydraulic line on the 50-ton. See it? That's not water.
Is out of the game.
It's like, oh man, what am I gonna do now? I hope we don't have to abandon mission. No way of getting around that.
To the west. It's 2 hours into Dylan and Ken's extreme back road reunion.
This is the first job that Ken's come out and gave me a hand since I switched over to lab towing.
But Reliable's military rotator has come to a stop.
It doesn't want to grind, it starts breaking traction. But I'm just concerned if I keep on chewing here and I'm breaking chain.
Yeah. Now the snow is getting really, really deep.
That's not even the road.
I'm hoping we make it.
Hunting a stolen pickup, abandoned before the snowfall.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dylan is just a few miles shy of his target.
So far, the 6x6 is exceeding my expectations.
You're almost at the top of this hill, Dylan.
I don't know of a tow truck that'll be able to get any farther.
We'll be able to get her going. I'll keep packing and see if I can get to the top.
Don't worry, Dylan, we got faith in you, buddy.
I think you'll get me up the hill.
I'm gonna go in front of you and watch you come over the edge.
Dylan backs up to take another run.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 3-ring blade on the B20 200 with the Starb sound capacitor, and let's see what happens. Just to see if it can handle it. It should be able to handle it. It only has 3 blades, so it's not the exact same weight of that regular blade if it had all 5 blades. It don't. It only has 3, so it should be a little bit lighter, which is one of the reasons why it gets up to speed so fast. So here we go.
It's going good now.
The Reliable mission team
When in doubt, throttle out.
has made it 4 miles up the abandoned logging road.
Okay, jump in.
Veteran Ken
These things are just gonna have you feet.
hops in to scout the road.
Hold on.
That's virtually disappeared.
I've worked with military wreckers. I've never worked out in deep snow with them. It's a total different deal. This is a bad hill.
Yeah, this one's tough.
A younger version of myself would have called it quits, but over my years of experience,
It's getting there.
I've sort of learned where you can push to.
But the steepest hill still lies ahead.
We get into a bad spot.
The snow here is getting so deep. It's getting very tough going.
We don't want to push the army truck too crazy. I'm getting a little nervous.
I think he's calling it. I don't know.
I'm just finding we're tracking around the corner and it's going to be even worse.
But Dylan
I can try to back up, see how she does.
is determined to press on.
That's what I was thinking. With the weight in the front might give you a little bit more push.
Rallying the military truck to power the lighter end up first.
Perfect.
Okay.
Brown might make a difference.
So basically, there it is on the B20 200. And I don't want to put the cover on. I just want to see how it's going to do. If it does well, then maybe I'll keep it on there. If not, then we have to switch it back and put it back on the other fan. Hopefully it will do well because, like I said, that's the exact same thick blade that comes on the B20. Not the B20. On the what is it? The 3720, 3723, 3720 Weather Shield. It's that same blade. So, but it only has 3 blades, so it should be a little bit lighter than if they had all 5 blades. Let's just see what happens.
But just because it fits in the cup holder doesn't make it to go. And you know how to break without breaking anything. And you're definitely not doing, okay, I don't even know what this is, but you're definitely not doing that. With Allstate, you're connected to a rate based on you.
Okay, y'all can see it good enough? Let's see.
For my COPD, things changed.
All right, let's see what we got.
Better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
Fresh tree water.
Ask your doctor about breast.
Well, I'll explain the reason why it gets up to speed so fast on the Air King. It's freaking loud because it's basically the standard blade, but all they did was just put that hole into the standard blade. Now that I think about it,
Sensitivity, ice, and irritated
yeah, that is different from the normal Air King blade.
relief sensitivity.
That's basically the regular 3733 blade set, but with 3 blades, and they actually put that hole in there like they usually do on the Weather Shield one. That makes a whole lot of sense. Unfortunately, it doesn't do any good for the startup sound. I think that blade is too light, if I can speak up right. I think it's too light to create the startup sound, so let's see.
And tackle the elements with extended range. And 4xe comes in your choice of almost any Jeep Wrangler ever. Or our most awarded SUV ever. Make it the year of your adventure in Jeep 4xe.
Buenos Square. Amazing. Nice, right? But we're not there yet. Not this either. Still not.
Okay, well,
On to the next epic place.
the startup sound is there. It's just,
Search.
it's somewhat faint. And it has to be expected because the blade is very, very light. In fact, that blade is basically what that blade is. It's basically the 3733 blade and the B2200 with 3 blades on it instead of the 5, which will explain the reason why it was able to get up to speed so good. Because usually, let's say for example, I take the blade set that you would find on the Weather Shield, the Weather Shield, which is the 3720. Or the B20, 540, whatever. Same blade with the 5 wings, which I do have. All that weight will start to weigh down because that's the thicker blade. And this blade is not the thicker one. I thought it was that blade set with 3 blades. And had it been that blade set with the 3 blades, and that amount of thickness, it probably wouldn't get up to speed that fast because it's a much heavier blade. But that explains the reason why it was so easy to get up to speed that fast, even though it didn't really do much for the startup sound. It basically made the startup sound very faint, even though it has the larger capacitor.
Definitely the deepest snow we've approached so far.
Well, we were doing good there for a little bit, but she's coming to a halt, I think. It's a pretty good hill to get up this one. We're getting any further that time, you think?
There's a hidden problem.
Let's look how deep that is. I can stand in that hole. That is pretty amazing.
Well, there's that. It seems to do a better job in that one, I'll be honest, because when it's in the Air King, because the Air King got far more power and that blade is very light, of course it's going to get pretty loud. But not so loud if they actually had the blade with all 5 blades on it.
So the water runs off, doesn't wash out.
It's decent. I just got it for an experiment. Because actually it goes to one of those
Climb over.
high velocity fans they have, like one of those breeze machines. And that's what it really goes to. It's just very flimsy.
Different gear. I've tried different paths.
I don't know. I guess I just got deceived somewhat because I thought it was actually that blade. I thought it was because I saw the hole. I assumed that it was the blade that's usually found on the Weather Shield, the B-20, the B-20 548, the B-20 540, and all the other ones like that. But I was wrong. It's actually a 37, 33 blade set. That's why I can get up to speed so quickly. Because if I put the other blade on there, it'll spin, but it'll be a struggle to get it up to speed. In fact, the blade is so heavy, it's too heavy for that motor. And one of that blade is a perfect match for that motor. So now I'm trying to make a decision whether I should keep it on that one, just so I can use it, so it won't be so stinking loud. Or should I put it back in that one? Because I don't know, I like that one a lot better. Well, I mean, if you want it to be quiet, why don't you just take the motor out of that B-20, 720, or whatever it is, B-20 200, and put it in the Air King cabinet.
Yes, exactly.
All you have to do is unscrew the motors and then swap them out. Yeah, I guess I can do that. It's not that hard. All you're doing is unscrewing the motor off the brace, and you're just going to swap it out, mount it onto the other brace, and then, route the cables in the back, get some straps, strap it up, and there you go. Just like you would, the Air King. You're right. I could do that. And then it would be quiet in a much wide body cabinet. But I'll be honest, I just don't have that kind of time at night when I'm recording. I just don't. Things have not been the same since, my parents has, gotten way, 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 way older. And health-wise and all that stuff. But I'm doing the best I can. So this experience right here was just to see what it would sound like in one of those skinnier cabinet box fans. It's pretty decent. I don't know. I just like it better in the Air Kings. Maybe I'll switch it back. If I do switch it back, I'll be doing that off camera.
To the east, at Jamie Davis's Golden Base,
Hey, John, what's happening, man?
is operator Rick Wood.
You've got to be able to rely on your network of friends and people in the industry.
Golden's lead driver launches to the red.
Faster you get to the scene, quicker we can correct the navigation.
For the last 2 meters,
That should be good. Wow.
Rick has held down the fort.
Just watch that, don't let go. Hey!
At Jamie's eastern BC base.
Perfect.
Well,
Rick knows his stuff.
the blade was just bought for an experiment purpose, but I'll be honest, I like it better in the Air King. So it's going to go back in the Air King, and I'm going to do that off camera. Y'all will see me try to pin both of these fans back up and swap the blades back to their original fans. You don't need to see all that. This video didn't got long enough. Anyways, it's about 20 minutes long. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the blade swap. And that's about it. More videos to come soon. Lamont Fan Man. God bless you and gone and out.